Hi everyone, welcome back. So I'm very excited today. I have the Ego 18-inch chainsaw. So I'm very excited having an Ego tool. I've never had an Ego tool before, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. They say that because of the Ego battery, that it is as close to gas power for a battery operated machinery. So this particular chainsaw, the reason why I got it is we just went through the Tropical Storm Isaias and there was some damage, different properties had damage. We didn't have as much. We had one tree break in our backyard, but there's another property where we have people that live there that they had a big tree that fell down, and I wanted to help them by cutting it up and moving the pieces of the tree away so that way they can fix their fence and whatever else they need to fix. So this particular chainsaw, just wanted to point out a few things. One thing, with Ego tools, make sure you keep your receipts with you if you want to have their warranty to be honored. The tool itself has a 5-year warranty. The battery has a separate warranty for 3 years. There's also a 90-day satisfaction guarantee. We'll go ahead and open up this chainsaw. So I'm going to hit the tabs in the back. I'm also going to turn the chainsaw around, the box at least, so that way you can see what I'm seeing. I'm going to open it up and let you see what's inside the box. Just one more thing, I did say it's an 18-inch chainsaw. If you want to know the actual model number, it's a CS1804. So here we go. First things first, on this flap, they give you Ego's phone number, their website. Over here, it shows you a map. Ego's based out of Michigan, and they tell you where to go for online support. You can connect with Ego with any of these social media platforms. Ego runs on the 56-volt, their own ARC lithium battery. It works with any of these tools. So it's pretty good. You don't need multiple different batteries to operate your tools. If you have one or two good ones, Ego 56-volt batteries, you're going to be fine. First things first is the Ego battery. This is the 56-volt battery. Compared to my Ryobi batteries, this one's pretty big and nice and solid. Now, based upon their technology, supposedly there's like these 4 cores of some type of cooling thing. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I guess when the battery gets hot, that part kind of melts and keeps the battery from overheating. So that's a pretty cool thing. This particular 56-volt battery has 5 amp hours. You should be good for about 300 cuts with this chainsaw. If you have the 2.5 amp hour battery, in case you get the tool alone without the battery, the 2.5 amp hour battery, they say it should be good for up to 130 cuts. So I'm going to keep this aside. I'm going to keep the box behind me or on the side. Next thing with this battery is their charging station. This is their charging station. Pretty self-explanatory. Slip it in, plug it in. Back here they do have some guidelines explaining what each, in case you do see the lights go on, what each light thing means. So that's kind of cool. So I'm going to keep that over to the side as well. Alright, next up, we have the manuals. Now here's the thing about the manuals. If you ever lose the manuals, you can go onto Ego's website. They have it in PDF form and you can read it at any time you want. This specific manual is for the chainsaw. This specific manual is for the charging station. And this one is for the battery itself. So you have that. They also have registration documents. This one you can mail it in. This one tells you where to go on their website if you want to register your tool. And I guess the battery as well. Alright, I'm going to keep that on the side. Now comes the main part. It's the actual chainsaw itself. Here it is. So I'm going to go ahead, move this box to the side. Take this little cardboard off. We'll take this plastic off. There's a little tag on the side, 18-inch chainsaw. It mentions it has an auto tensioning system, includes a 5 amp hour battery, and it's weather resistant construction, which is kind of understandable in terms of like this box over here. Doesn't feel metal, feels more like rubber and plastic. So that's kind of cool. This is a safety guard for the chainsaw. I'm going to take it off. To this. This is the bar, this is the chain. So a very interesting thing about this particular bar and chain. So the thing is, Ego chainsaws, the bar and chains are not made by Ego. The bars and chains are made by Oregon. Oregon is owned by Blount International. It's a part of a conglomerate of companies. So the bar and chain, even though it has the Ego logo on it, is made by Oregon, which is why Ego recommends, even though this is a battery-powered chainsaw, you need to put in bar and chain oil. Ego recommends the Oregon bar and chain oil, specifically because this part is made by Oregon. Now, Ego's not the only one that uses chains and bars for their chainsaws by Oregon. Milwaukee and DeWalt, their chainsaws also, the bar and the chain for the majority, especially the new ones, are made by Oregon. Now, the question is, where do you put that oil? Here it is, in here. So if you focus a little bit closer into here, we open it up here. This little translucent container is where the oil goes in. It's translucent so you can see the level of oil that you're putting in. Now, one thing to keep in mind, after each use of the chainsaw, you must drain out the rest of the bar and chain oil that's in here, if there's any left over. After you drain it out, run the tool for 1 minute, and then afterward, just lightly lubricate the chain and the bar. Now, if you leave that bar and chain oil and don't do anything, eventually it will seep out, go through the bottom of the machine here and make a big mess. So Ego recommends always drain it. Okay, so a few more things to talk about this particular chainsaw. If you focus over here, there's a little light. This little light has a button. That button is right over here. You can press that button to turn on that light. It's good if you're going to be cutting at night or if you have very low visibility. I might use it, I might not. I'm not 100% certain. This is the kickback brake. I have to do a little bit more reading on it before I start using it, which I will be doing tonight. Over here, this big button, this big dial over here, is the auto tensioning knob. Specifically, so if it gets a little bit loose or whatnot, this is what you need to turn to tighten it back up again. Next thing, over here on the handle, where you're going to actually be operating this machinery. You see, if I press the trigger right now, nothing is, it's not moving into the handle. Here's the safety. You need to press the safety in order to activate that trigger. So press the safety to activate the trigger. I would do is take the whole hand, press it, and then now it's being operated. Let it go. I guess after you press it and you let it go, you don't need to keep it on because it stays on, stays activated. So the safety would be off. Once you let go, it comes back on. This is where the battery goes in this area. I'm going to show you how to put the battery in. Here's the battery. This end has to meet to the back over here where this green button is over here, or green bar. Slip it in this way. As you can see, there's a little bit of charge. This button to get the battery out, to disengage it, now it's out. The power button for the battery, press this button, tells you how much charge it has. This has 2 bars out of 5. All right, everyone. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get to use this chainsaw, and I'll show you how it works. everyone, welcome back. So this is the last part I wanted to talk about, my review of the Ego. So I used it in 2 different locations. It worked out really well. As you can see, it's kind of beat up over here. Some of the paint is gone and all that. I just used it right now to take down a tree that was about 6 inches in diameter, about 40 to 50 feet tall. And let me see how much battery is still left. It was charged at full, and I still have 2 bars out of 5 left. So I did bring it down. It was on the side of a hill, so it made it a little bit more difficult to take it down, but I did. So, and it worked out really well, and I chopped it up into smaller pieces, and that's that. This is great for a homeowner, especially in a pinch, in an emergency. If you had like a natural disaster or something and a lot of trees fell down on your property, or a big storm or wind, this is a good tool to have, and it will definitely take care of the job for you. Commercially, so the thing is, I was cutting a big tree in another property, 18 inches in diameter, and the battery drained out twice in that property cutting that tree. It was about like 70 feet long. We didn't even get much done. It was such a heavy tree. I mean, it also depends on the type of tree. I believe that tree was a white oak, and my understanding is white oak is a lot harder to cut than red oak. It's a lot stronger material. So that may have explained why that's a problem. So commercially, when you run out of your battery, unless you have another battery, you have to wait for that battery to refill. So that is the only issue that I had with it. Besides that, it was fine. Filling up the oil was fine. The auto tensioning was also fine. The good thing I do like, and this Ego, it has that little thing over here. Because, I'm a novice. I'm a newbie. I'm not going to, that's what I am. But, I'm glad I'm able to use these tools. So you see this little graphic over here? Tells you which way to put the chain, so in case you ever take the chain off or replace the chain, you know how to line it up properly. And I did open up the auto tensioner a little bit, but everything worked out fine. So overall, I'm very happy with this tool. This worked out really great. But as I said, commercially, I would recommend if you have like a rapid charger and at least 3 or 4 5 amp hour batteries, then I think you're good to go. If you only have 1 battery and you have a big job, you're going to be waiting there for some time possibly. Alright, take care everyone. Like and subscribe and comment and let me know what you guys think. Alright, take care, bye bye.